things are just getting ridiculous when it comes to technical difficulties. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So I'm going live over on the Matthew Perry channel soon. I just have to get some more things situated. Things are just a little ridiculous. Okay, I should be good. I actually don't see my audio working yet again. Is my audio not working here again? Oh man, this is just ridiculous. I think it just doesn't want me to go live. That's what it is. Good morning, good morning. Thank you for stopping by. I'm going live on the MP Shorts and the Matthew Perry channel. Um, it's just ridiculous. Gotta love technology, man. Gotta love technology. Um, Let me switch account so I could put up another thumbnail over here. We'll get it situated. You can hear me? Okay, good. I'm wondering if they can hear me over on the Matthew Perry channel. That's what I'm wondering. Um, but let me just edit this thumbnail because these thumbnails always suck. I was over there. I could hear you as well. Okay, perfect, perfect. Thank you. Sure, let's just stay with that. Then I was also having some some issues with my banana shirt that I have over here. The banana shirt, um, for some reason the green screen is supposed to pull green, and it's pulling yellow as green for some reason. So it's like see through, and I couldn't wear that shirt because of the fact that it was showing the wrong colors. So that also sucks. But let's see if we can get some things situated here. Thank you everybody for showing up. Anybody that is here, I appreciate it. I think we're good. I think we're good. That's for AMC Live. Let's go with that. All right. I think we're good. How's everybody doing this morning? Better than I am, I hope. We've been fighting for the good fight since January. Ape Nation, hodl. I like to hear it. Today we get paid. I hope today we get paid. You're saying today it's going to go to the moon. I mean, I don't know about that, but let's like crawl before we can walk, and I guess walk before we run. Blame it all on the hedge funds. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. All the technical difficulties on the hedge funds. Absolutely. So how's everybody doing this morning? I want my sleep back, but I can't sleep without the moon. Yeah, I guess that's true. That is true. Good morning, John. Good morning, Nick. Good morning, people. Sleepy. It's 3 a.m. in California. Yeah, it's pretty early here. It's 5:40, so it's not crazy early, but it is a little early. I got 60K in AMC, and 1K in Virginia Catholic. I'm getting paid today. 60K. You have 60K, $60,000 in AMC. That's amazing. Um, Holding sense. Is that before the squeeze, or sorry, is that before the increase, or after this increase? Is it 60K plus all the gains, or is it 60K initial cost basis? Holding since the beginning of January. Now I've been holding and keep adding. It's good to hear. Good morning, Frank. How you doing? Good morning. I was a little nervous at pre-open when but it's coming back. Yeah, the way that it fell was pretty dramatic. It fell all the way down to $43.21 and then started to increase, getting back up to a level to where it's kind of leveling out. So let's bring the pain to the hedgies. Yes, sir. You have 1,332 shares of AMC. That's amazing. Man, been turning his eyes to AMC comments since January. Good morning from Portugal. That's 100% true. I have been squinting my eyes to AMC comments. I can't stop panic buying. I guess that's a good thing. There are people that are panic selling, so you're doing the exact opposite. Picked a few MRIN and MMAT just to break up the volatility. Those stimulus checks are going to hurt the hedge funds. Yeah, I mean, it seems like every time we get stimulus, people end up putting it into, we see it put into the markets, but the hedge funds find a way to, decrease the stock anyways, which sucks. I think we'll go up this week. I think we will. I think we will. It's the I guess what they're trying to do in this situation. I've been saying it for the last however many days is they're trying to decrease the stock so we don't make money on options and put more money into AMC. That's what a lot of people are doing. They made a ton of money off of the increases that they had, not only just making money off of the stock itself, making money off of the increases from options, and they were able to put that money or those gains back into AMC, and that's where it's tough for the hedge funds because if you put more money in AMC, I mean that obviously gives us more leverage. Can't stop, won't stop panic buying. GameStop and AMC. It's great to hear. I personally think we'll go to 38 again today, or tomorrow. I'm hoping for a bounce bigger than last week. And hopefully bring it back to our volume and being in FOMO. Bringing in FOMO. Okay. Yeah, I would agree. I wouldn't agree that it's going to go down to 38. I want to see probably a low, if we are going to see that low today, of where it hit in the pre-market, maybe a 43. I'm hoping we don't even see that. We just see it skyrocket from here, but it looks like it's kind of leveling out. It's kind of staying flat at the moment. I did not expect to drop in the morning, but then again, this looks like total manipulation. There's a gap down plus a massive dip. You're telling me that people are selling? Yeah, no, that's not a thing. Hello, Shadow. Shadow. I'm buying the dip little by little. That's great to hear. We got 125 people in here, guys. Make sure you hit the like button. It does help out. As soon as you get in here, hit that like button. No one is selling after Great weekend for AMC. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Nope, nope, nope. We spiked to 50 today. Black Widow did good at the box office. Yeah, I mean, I went to go see Black Widow. The only thing I didn't like about you know, my visit to the theater is the fact that we went at 10 o'clock, so we went really late. But there was like there were probably like, I don't know, 10 people that were in the theater in total. It wasn't really. It's shadow, but it's spelled okay. Shadow. All right, shadow. Um, but yeah, there were only like 10 people in the theater, but it was later. I would imagine that the earlier shows were a lot more packed. You know. Um, but yeah, the movie was good. People were selling it at 3 a.m. They just want me to believe that. Yeah, I know. People aren't even up that early, and they're not even selling that much volume. You're telling me, with the amount of liquidity that has to go into it, you're telling me that people can sell, 5,000 shares worth of volume. It's crazy how fast this can drop with so little volume in the pre-market, but then when it gets to the open, you have millions of shares that go through, and it can't even pass, a couple of cents in 1 minute. It's ridiculous. This is 5,000 shares worth, but we see that easily in a minute when the market is open, and we don't see this type of movement. Only 5,000 shares worth. You know what I mean? That's why, like, I don't really like the after hours market. This is why I love crypto so much, because they never have an after hours market. They're always on. So if anything's going to happen, it's going to happen whenever it can happen. I understand there's like times where you can see it increase or decrease a massive amount in the middle of the night, from like 12 to 4. But either way, you're seeing the same amount of shares that affect, or same amount of coins that affect the price. You know, this you're seeing shares that are so small affecting the price in such a big way. Did you buy $100 in concession? We bought about it was about $60 because we had like 4 people, so it might have even been more than that. I don't know, because we split up the orders here. Tried to test selling and buying 34 shares of AMC. My order would not get executed, but above the ask. Yeah, it's definitely tough in the pre-market to get anything really filled. Uh, the 28K volume make it dip from 45 to 43 in the pre-market. Same volume in the regular hours would barely budge. I know. I would agree. We hold till the hedges cover. Yes. Did you sell your ZOM stock? No, I still hold my ZOM. I still hold 7,000 shares. Hedges stubborn. They're breaking. Will break and cover. That's what I'm hoping we see. You know, that's what I'm really hoping we see soon. Because I know they can do it. They just feel like they have time. And if they feel like they have time, then they're going to continue to hold on to their investments, if that's what they want to call it. Had the numbers from UFC Premier had AMC got now? I haven't seen anything. Do you think some hedge funds bought large positions of AMC to derail the squeeze for their buddies? Um, I I think they can do that, but I don't think we've seen that yet. And I would imagine that a lot of the other hedge funds, a lot of the other hedge funds probably are buying this with the thought that it's going to increase. Not really the thought that, to like make up some money for their buddies or a different hedge fund. Most of them are competing against each other, so it might not happen. But you do have some hedge funds that are, in cahoots, I guess. But I would say no at this point. What do I think of ATOS? Um, all the option calls this Friday got uh, 1.1K shares. A lot of option calls, so you think there could be something where we see a little bit of a gamma squeeze, I guess. I mean, it had some massive movement. Um, hasn't really hit like a low. It doesn't look like it hit consolidation though. It's consolidating the last few days, which consolidation tends to be a good thing. You could see that reversal. The only thing is it's not really hitting a firm support or resistance level. I would say if we look closer, you probably have something of a slight resistance in the last day to where it bounced off of this, 514. So you could see little bit of an increase up to about $6 or so. Um, but it's tough to say whether it is going to retest some of these other areas of $6 or $8 or $9 or so. I would say you probably have a retest of somewhere around 670, something like that. But right now, I mean, it's still on a upward trajectory. It's just this consolidation kind of scares me whether it's going to go down to some of these lows and retest down here and then increase or not. So that's my opinion there. Yo, I'm here to fight another day. That's good to hear. You can buy and sell globally, so remember it may be different times. Don't start lagging. Don't tell me I'm gonna have technical difficulties with my internet. Let me know if you're seeing any type of lag. It looks like YouTube says it's gonna end. Is it lagging or is it not? Twitch seems to be okay. Let me refresh this. Okay. For some reason it said like Twitch was okay, but it said that it was lagging. It said my stream will end shortly. If I start getting all these types of technical difficulties, I will be pissed. Good morning. In your opinion, will it squeeze this year? I'm thinking we should see the squeeze this year, but they can definitely hold off. I know they have money, and if they're not getting, if they're not like paying a ton of interest on this, then I mean they can hold off for a while. So I would say it definitely can, and it can happen at any moment, but it could be possible that it can go into the next year as well. Is something going on with the stream? It seems like got some people that had some issues, I guess, that dropped off. It makes no sense to sell loan shares if you have to buy them back at the same price you sold them. I just bought those shares back up. The hedgies are tripping balls. Keep their short positions. Yeah, I would agree. I think AMC will miss. What? Come on. What is going on with this? it keeps showing me that the stream is going to end soon because doesn't have enough connection. But then Twitch is perfectly fine. I think they're just trying to censor everybody with AMC that's talking about AMC. Because Twitch is fine. This is ridiculous. You had to close your live and then reopen it. Yeah, I have to keep doing that. I have to keep refreshing it. And Twitch is working perfectly fine. And, YouTube is looking horrible from what I'm seeing. You may be seeing something different, but I'm seeing something just horrendous. Holding as long as it takes. Short ladder attacks, yes. Or them selling up rides. What are these morning dips and big red ape selling? No, it can't be. It physically can't be. When we're looking at AMC, it cannot be. One, we're seeing a very small amount of volume for a large change that we did see. So that dip down here was only 5,000 shares, another 1,000 shares, another 6,000 shares. If we seen this during the day, during the market open, it would not affect it at all. The problem is that YouTube looks fine for me. Okay, perfect. That's good to hear. If we seen this in the market open, then it wouldn't affect it at all like that. But in this case, it's going from $46 all the way down to $43. A $3 change for what? 12,000 shares worth of volume? Yeah, that's believable. How is that possible? It's the after hours market. The after hours market is heavily manipulated um, by hedge funds and people with money, and this is why I don't like trading in the after hours market. You can see the price and in so many positions. If you look at across the board, you look at some of your favorite positions that move quite a bit, you're going to see the price skyrocket in the pre-market, in the after hours market all the way up to the pre-market some point, and then when it does get to a point to where it's close to opening, you see it start to decrease, continue to decrease down, and then get down to normal levels to where you lose all of that increase. It looks like you could have gained so much, but you wouldn't have been able to sell anyways. Even if you did hold that stock and hold 1,000 shares, there's no way you would have been able to sell. Let's say it goes from $10 to $20 or $26 or $30, right? You wouldn't have been able to sell all of your 1,000 shares that you had anyways because the after hours market and pre-market have less liquidity. But hedge funds and people with money can get out of it whenever the hell they want to. This is why I don't like dealing with I don't like dealing with like trading overnight, you know. Typically I would try and trade in the market hours and then trade intraday. But like with swing trading, you have to let it go overnight and it looks like you're getting to newer highs, but you're not because you can't freaking sell it. So I'm drowning in losses on MRIN, 22 a share. Yeah, I mean, for MRIN, I was thinking anytime I get into that position or any position like that, it's always just like a get in, get out the same day type of thing. I mean, once you get to a point to where it's like that's not really a play to where you do the buy and hold type of thing. Some of these plays you have to do like okay, what is this price going to actually get to? If it goes against me, sell for a little bit of a loss because it could really, really go against you in the case of MRIN. What volume would you like to see today? I mean, I would love to see about 100, 150 million shares worth of volume. But to tell you the truth, the volume doesn't really matter. If we see them start to um, cover some of their shorts or they're not shorting as much, and we just see, the buying go through, then we could see this price increase a heavy amount because it's going to be the fact that we're holding a lot of shares. Buying power is strong, selling power is weak, and we'll see this price increase at a pretty decent rate. But others can sell. Oh, you're saying like, but like hedge funds can sell and people with money can sell. Yes, they trade funds that way. That's where I got MRIN. Only 20 shares though. Can you check on GME for a second? Yeah, I can check on GME. GME, what's GME doing? So GME is currently down only 0.16%. So it's not down a lot. It's down to 190, $190.92, almost at 191. So it's not really down too much. It wasn't down on Friday either by a lot, by 0.08%. So wasn't horrible. It is a little bit spotty this morning. The volume and the movement is a little bit spotty, but still looks decent. We're only seeing 186 shares worth of volume. That's 186. That's it. But I'm still invested in GME as well. Support levels for entry point. I would say I usually like to wait until the open or close to the open in order to see where the low levels will be, because a lot of these cannot be 100% predictable, because some people are thinking that can go down to 38, but we could see some points at 40. I think 40 would be a difficult part to break, but I would say 42. It looks like 42.80. 42.80 is definitely a point to where we could see that low point for an entry during the open, if we are going to see sort of a negative day or a slightly like false negative day, so a false bottom, I guess. Or we could see a break to that $43.21. So keep 43, 42, 40 in your mind, because those could be good support levels. The market opens at 3:30 a.m. and here I feel I fell asleep and didn't close my position before the weekend. I'm not happy. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. That's horrible. You have to go through that. This is why a lot of people don't really like swing trading and day trading while they have a 9 to 5, because if they do that, they end up missing out on opportunities, kind of like I did a bunch of times. I missed out on like 5 opportunities, and also didn't sell some positions. Why is Carl just waiting here under my legs? Being weird. Hedge funds broke what? To invest in index funds and ETFs, not the Deborah and AMC, and they will eventually see that. Create a TD Ameritrade account and then download the app Thinkorswim. Shows you the same live trend. I do have a TD Ameritrade account, but I don't use it. I wouldn't say I never use it, but I don't use it currently. What are your thoughts on Wells Fargo and no more loan issue? Does it have ties to AMC or a market crash protection plan? I don't think it has any ties to AMC, Wells Fargo. I mean, that's something that they're protecting themselves for. As of right now, I guess, probably, with the pandemic, I guess, which from what I'm hearing, we may have to go back to wearing masks again with like a new strain, but that's a whole nother issue. But yeah, with the pandemic kind of like in the rearview mirror a little bit, we still have to worry about people, taking out loans, businesses doing the same, and it's just, I guess that's probably why they're doing that. But I don't think they have any ties to AMC. It's more of something to where they're protecting themselves. Yeah. and it's understandable, which is crazy because that's how banks make money, is by loaning out the money that you put in their bank. So like if you put $1,000 in their bank account, in your bank account, they can essentially loan out your money. Yes, they're good for it, to give you the money back, but they technically loan out your money. This is why if everybody went to the bank and said, "Hey, I want my money back," it wouldn't be possible. Um, let's get some likes on this video. Abe stand together. Yes, we have 347 people in here. Hit the like button if you can. It does help out the channel a lot. It really does. Also, if you want to check out the MP Shorts channel, it's basically the same thing. It's where I'm sitting here and talking to you guys, just with less visuals in the background. All right. So AMC is currently at it's down point 0.8 sorry 1.88%, almost down $1 this morning to $45.32. Carl, stop with the nose. I have a little bit more money. I would like to invest in AMC and GME. That's good. Find the right opportunity and make that move. If you wanted to find a way to make or put more money in there, I mean, maybe play some options if you can play them the right way. Don't be too aggressive, thinking that it's going to get to crazy high figures. Like, oh, it'll break 60 today, because they'll probably find a way, or it'll break 60 by the end of the week, because what they're going to say. Carl, I swear, if you don't stop licking my leg, it's going to be. Stop. God. Yeah, if you say like, oh, it's going to break 60 this week, then it could be something where, yes, it breaks 60 eventually, but it does come back by Friday and it doesn't close above 60. You know what I mean? Carl want to know your predictions and get some updates on his investments. Yeah, I mean, his investments were doing pretty good. I think MVIS came back. Yeah, I think MVIS came back for Carl's investments, and I wanted to invest in something. Oh, that's not it. This past week, but it's going to be this week that we're going to see what he has to say. I don't have any more treats, so it's very tough. His portfolio. Um, is it his portfolio? Yes. Yes, it is it. His portfolio is up by. That's today's gain. Where's the percentage? It's up by 2% now. MVIS is up by 14%, but you do have Body, BODY, which I guess was something that was at a merger with FRX, because I did have FRX in here, but that's down by 7%. And American Airlines is down by 2% since purchase. So total, he's only up 2.6%, which is lower than a standard S&P, like, and also a standard index fund, mutual fund, a lot of things that I have. Like, say if I compare it to like my Roth IRA, my fund is up by 32%. It's up by 32% compared to what Carl has picked. Now these are stocks versus being invested in so many different areas with different funds, but still, you could still see the fact that one investment that he picked is up by 14%. You continue to look down the list, and it's down by um, more and more percentage here. So I'll go through a video over on the Patreon about it. I was a little bit not sure about all my positions at AMC and GME, and stuck with the little MMAT I'll hold. It belongs to the enemy. Yeah, the SEC look to see what's going on, and do they need more proof? Look, the thing is I don't think the SEC wants to do anything. They don't. Hedge funds control the markets in general, and if they pulled everything out, let's say if they all went bankrupt and they pulled everything out, and the SEC said, you know what, we're going after all these hedge funds, then what's going to happen? The market's going to completely crash and completely tank because of the fact that they hold so many long positions in different stocks that if they pull all their money out, similar to like a bank, the market's going to crash, and then people are going to start selling. You're going to see panic selling. Um, in a lot of cases, you're going to see funds that are decreasing at a rate to where they should have never decreased. It'll end up getting ridiculous if that's the case. I don't think the SEC wants anything to happen. When we do see a squeeze, I bet it won't rip to high numbers. I have a feeling it will go up, and then the dip to shake paper hands, and then back up higher, then the dip to shake paper hands, etc. Yeah, I think that's what we're seeing. When we look at the positions, we could see that a lot of times. Let's actually just go to one grid. A lot of times when we look at the positions, we look at the year, and we could see that yes, we've been lower. We get up to these levels, we start consolidating, and this was a long road to consolidate, right? Getting to some of these levels of $5 again, then finding a way to consolidate up in the $9, $10 range, then increasing to 72, decreasing, consolidating between 40 and 60, I guess. And now we're waiting for this to make a move up, continue to move up, and then consolidate again. So I think that's what they're trying to do. As long as they're not paying interest, with the amount of shorted shares that they have out there, they should be paying a crazy amount of interest on it. But you look at a lot of other positions and how they, are heavily shorted in other positions. Maybe, let's say MRIN or whatever, they're shorted by over 100%, but AMC, they're technically only shorted 20%. But then you also look at the naked shorts that are going into it and the amount of shares that we're holding. It's a different story with AMC versus any of those other positions. I hope everyone had a good weekend and is doing well. Let's have a good day. And hit that like button. Yes, hit that like button. 400 people in here, 132 likes. And the like button is a little dry right now. I'll be surprised if my voice completely goes out today, because Hayden had another fever yesterday. So I was dealing with that. AMC red pre-market, yes, it is red. It's down by 2.47%. So it has decreased a little bit after seeing a little bit of a comeback here. Seeing this kind of level out here. Actually pushing over the 200 EMA, which is a good thing, but then breaking right back down. Matt Perry is a Fidelity Q&A, 'and- 'A expert. 'And 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 'A expert Yeah, Trader Kim or Trainer Kim. It's not that Fidelity will not limit trading. They will, but they don't do it to the extent of some other platforms. So like for the first instance to where GME did increase quite a bit and AMC did increase as well, um, they did limit trading, but towards the end, when it started to really gain a little bit too much movement, so you could see them like restrict some trading and only allow a certain amount of volume to go through. But then after maybe like an hour or so, that restriction went away. So it wasn't something where it was restricted just like Robinhood and Webull and all these other platforms that were out there. Robinhood would limit you to 1 share of GME or 10 shares of GME or whatever, and then 100 shares of AMC, and that was just it. If you bought any more than that, it wouldn't go through. But for something like Fidelity, it didn't limit right away. But then if it had too much volume that went through, they would figure out a way in the next hour or so, and then they would reopen trading. So yeah. Uh, Thoughts on SPCE? I want to see it break a certain level for SPCE. It's up to $52.78. Went up to about $59, but I want to see it break certain levels. Like if we go into, sorry, we go, actually, I'll just stick to a year. If we go into other levels, right, you can see that there's a $62 level that I want to see it break by if you're going to see it start to, really increase. And also, you want to see it break by some of these levels of $57. Yes, in the pre-market, it did break by it. Looking at it at $59, but in the market open, you want to see those movements as well. So I want to see that break past that $57.51 before you can start to see that really increase. But right now, it does look like it is going to make some moves up. It's just uh, who knows how far it can get. I would probably end up pulling out somewhere around 57. How do you think GME is going to do? I'm ready to cut at least one of my shares if you don't start cooking up. I think GME is going to be big. I really don't think it's going to be as big as something of what's going to happen with AMC because the amount of people that are holding AMC is crazy. For the amount of people that are holding GME, it's just not as much, just because it's a high price to pay. I do believe we are going to see an increase, but I think it's going to be to the same level of what AMC is going to squeeze at. I don't. I think it could possibly be up in the thousands, but it essentially was supposed to hit $1,000 in the past, and naked shorts are going on, across the board. So it's not something that's only happening in AMC. And I do hold 20 shares of GME at $230. So I'm looking for that to increase as well to about, at least 350, at the moment, and then see that probably come back a little bit because that's what they want to do, and then see it increase to 500, um, increase to hopefully 750. That's probably where I'll pull some, but we'll see how all that plays. All the DD is done on AMC and GME. Set alerts and sit back. Stop worrying about the price and in the day to day. I mean, you have to talk about it a little bit, but yeah, I know what you mean. You shouldn't be like worried about it to a point where you're like, should I sell? You know, I don't know. Since AMC wasn't on the threshold list Friday, doesn't mean they have FTDs for at least another 5 trading days before it can be put back on the list. I believe so. Yes. So it has to be 5 consecutive trading days. And I really don't see anything that's going to actually be of like a positive note when it comes to AMC being on the list. I understand we know that they have FTDs out there a massive amount, and that's what confirms it. But other than that, to say that anything's going to happen based on them being on the list is not something that I believe in. It just gives us another road or path to information, I guess. Uh, Thank you, Matt. I'm Robinhood and Webull, but was considering switching to Fidelity after hearing that Fidelity was the least likely to limit trading. Uh, I'm still not sure if it's worth the effort to switch. I mean, Fidelity is a great platform. The only reason I'm not using my short-term trading for or Fidelity, like I'm not using Fidelity for my short-term trading, is just I don't like how it doesn't really dynamically update for Active Trader Pro. It's just not something that works well with day trading and swing trading. That's the only reason I'm using Webull. It's not for the fact that I feel like it's better for AMC. I don't. I feel like Fidelity is probably the best platform to go to for AMC, and to see them not limit or restrict trading as much as some of the other ones. So I would agree with you there. Um, and I use it for my long-term investing. So I do have some AMC shares in there in my Roth IRA, and I'm letting it sit there depending on where it can get to. It can raise my Roth IRA by a lot, you know? So that's something I'm looking into more and more um, every single day. You think there could be another recession? Yes, I do. The amount of times we've had the same average price is hilarious. First on MVIS, the AMC and GME. Did I get ignored? I don't think you got ignored. Oh, you said something up there. Morning, Matt. Don't forget, this is an easy 1 to 2 weeks where you could potentially 5x, 10x your BNB portfolio. Why do you say that? SNX token went crazy yesterday. You think it'd be I just read that AMC #1 on Reddit for 3 months straight now? Of course. Ignored 2 times. Well, I try not to. Sometimes it just skips over. Anyways, I think we're gonna go to members only in a little bit. Anyways, um, can you use Webull in the UK? I don't believe you can. How do I open an IRA? Good for taxes, good for me. So you can open one with Webull very quickly. You can also open one with Fidelity. It's very simple. You go on Fidelity, you open an account, and you select Roth IRA, and there you go. GME NFT dividend will change the future of our stock market. It will expose manipulation and the true share counts. They must be scared to be on the list for some reason, because they made sure they got off the list. Opposed to GME, who stayed on the list for a while. I think AMC just doesn't want any more information to go our way. They want to, if they can take themselves off the list, right? Then they're showing us a different picture. They're showing us, oh, okay, it's a positive a positive move in the hedge fund's direction. They're covering what they need to cover. They're doing the right thing. That's why they're showing us, I guess, low shorted shares that they have out there with doing all this naked shorting. They're doing the naked shorting. That's not what's reported on Ortex. So we're looking at 20% versus what may be possible of 30, 40, 50, however many percent. that they're actually at when it comes to all of the shorts that they have out. Over 10x. You did not read the you did not read the article, did you? I don't have a lot of time to literally sit down and read anything. I mean, this is probably the most time that I have to myself, um, and I spend it with you guys. So I don't know. I didn't. B&B quarterly burn is this week. April's burn drove the price from $45 to over 500 plus. AMC got off the securities threshold list easily when they shorted it down to 38, but they didn't expect a large bounce off since there were many entries at $40 target levels over 10x last quarter. What's your opinion on B square? When I was looking at B square, I mean, I don't know if it's still heavily shorted, but we have to just check a little bit because it could be something to where you were just looking for a cash grab and that's pretty much it. Anything else, it's not something that you can write home about, you know. So yeah, if I'm looking at, let's see. So it's still at 140%. It still has 21 million shares that are shorted. The only thing is it just doesn't have enough people that are holding the position. With a lot of things that you see with AMC and GME is because people are holding. You know, you have a lot of people that are holding the position versus here, you don't have people that are holding. They're just looking for that cash grab. And seeing the amount of shorted shares that are here, it's pretty interesting. It makes me want to make a move in there. The only thing is I know that you got to find the right price to where you know they're going to start to cover some of these shorted shares. You know, and it looks like it fluctuates. I've seen it down to 90%, short interest of free float, and all the way up to I think like 200 or close to it. So I think it has some potential to get a cash grab, but that's pretty much it. I don't see it as a sweet. I don't see it as a short squeeze play yet. They covered, and that's why I went back up to 20%. All right. I'm going to members only. This makes it easier. AMC and Pluto. Yeah. If they cover at 700, we're going to 2 to 3K. If they start covering at 700, we're going probably a lot higher than that. Because that means we're holding a lot of shares. If it gets to 700 before they even start to cover, yeah, that means we're holding a lot of shares, which means that once we get to, maybe the last, I don't know, million shares that are left out there, or even less than that, they're going to have to pay so much in order to even get those shares covered. Is it possible they continue to short, knock off some paper hand, and then let it ride up a bit, and then short again, rinse and repeat? Yeah, it's possible. It's definitely possible that they do that. They have their own methods to I guess shaking people off, and I would agree that they can definitely do that. They can see the price increase, pull the price back down. And that's what they're doing. Every time we get into a certain level, they're consolidating, and at which they're shorting the position. So it gets up to a level that's crazy of 72. They short that all the way down to 38 or 36. Jesus. Or actually 37, I guess. And that shakes off a lot of people. It's not just shorting that's happening here. Once you see it decrease by like 20%, people are just going to continue to, probably drop off. You're going to see some people get out of it. And at which we understand, you're looking to save profits, and it would have been great to find that way of getting to 72, taking your profits and then buying back in at 37. That would have been phenomenal for the amount of shares that you could have bought. And then essentially saved a lot of money there. You could have lowered your cost basis by a crazy amount. Yes, on paper, it would have looked like your cost basis is now 37 if you would have sold everything, got back in at 37. Yeah, it would have showed that your cost basis is 37, but ultimately you're buying more shares. So let me see. And this is not something that I say you should do because you can never predict the high. But for some people, let's say I wanted to bring up a blank one. For some people, if you're looking at, I don't know, 1,000 shares, let's go with, what is it, $72.62 and $38 or $37, just to make it very simple math here, equals multiplied by that. So you're sitting at about $72,000. $72,000. Yeah, basically 72, almost 70, 73. So it's $72,000 that you can actually invest into at $37 and whoops. Don't know how to work Excel today. You can invest at $37.82. You take that, you divide it by I don't know why that's not working. I don't know why that's not working. It's giving me a crazy amount right now. Oh, I multiplied it. Here we go. So instead of you having 1,000 shares where you had it at the beginning, now you have 1,920 shares. If you took the money at the top and invested it back in at the bottom, you now increased your share count by 920 shares, which is really great. But the problem is that a lot of people can't predict where those highs and lows actually are. That's the issue. Is some people will see this high of 72 and go, oh, well, you know what? I can sell it that high, or they'll say, you know what, it's going to go higher, right? And they'll sell, they'll get back in at $38, and now they own 900 more shares. But that's like a select few that can actually do that. So that's why you should never, take the bait, because that's what they're going to do. They're going to see it go up to higher prices. They're going to decrease it down, shake off some paper hands, and then you'll see it consolidate, and then we'll see it increase again, which they'll do the same. Wash, rinse, and repeat, just like you said. Not smoking a pack of marbles a day. No. Nope. I don't smoke. I pray to God we get a ton of green and pass 50 today. Yeah, that would be phenomenal if we did pass 50 today. I would love to get up to about 53, maybe 55, and then do something with my option, because I feel like they're going to pull that back, and we'll see it break some of these levels of 60. Hopefully we can see 70 soon. He smokes that daddy OG. No. Anyways, let me go back to. We need to break 52 today, otherwise we're stuck in a sideways descending channel to retest 38, or we pass 52 and test the resistance at 60 levels. Past 60, no control. I don't know if they essentially lose control. I think past 65 we can see that impact, that increase, because if you look at some of these levels up at 64, it looks like it resisted at 65 at multiple levels. So they're not trying to let that get back to those levels. If you look at it to like a double touch point, and then you've seen that decrease to where it didn't touch anymore. Now above 60, we also have that level. I guess 61 is where they don't want it to get to. It's gotten to a level past 60 before, but it has not broken 65 in quite some time. So I would say 65 is the number. But yeah, you're right. Wait till GME NFT is issued. It's game over for manipulation and fraud. I hope you're right. I mean, sometimes you wouldn't see that that affect it too much. Yeah, just a standard dividend, but I guess with the wait, is that what you're talking about? That the crypto dividend is what they're? Or are you talking about an NFT? Something that's gonna? Yeah, I don't know how that would truly affect it. Because I know with their crypto dividend, if that's what that is, then that'll be good. Is it better than an SEC rule that doesn't get enforced? Yeah, that's true. That is a better way. If there's roughly 100 million shorts, who's to say there's not 100 million plus naked shorts? Yeah, that's exactly right. I would agree, because I'm thinking of it and seeing that they're trying to they're trying to show us different things. Carl, what are you doing? Give me a second. I'll be right back. I gotta go get these cats some water. Perfect. I don't know what I was saying, but something about 100 million shares and them naked shorting as well. I think they can definitely naked short a lot more. This has been over extended for so long. Ken Griffin is good friends with Joe Biden. It was one of the largest fundraisers in his campaign. Okay, so look at that market open dip. Yeah, right now we're down 3%, 3.33%, which is crazy. We're decreasing back down to levels that we were previously, which is, remember, this is all hedgy land. So a lot of the manipulation that we have seen where we were down 15% at one point, all because of hedgies, all because they have their own narrative that they want to push. The dividend reveals the share amount floating, and because there's no cost to the brokerages, and they have to issue immediately, thus exposing the amount of shares and shareholders. Never have we come to this point since January. All SEC rules, etc., meaning nothing. This is it. The GME NFT crypto dividend is the end game for us too. So I'm sure, have you seen the NFT? Check out their Twitter. I think they tweeted it out. You might know a bit more than I do, but check it out if you have a second. Official dates are skewed. I feel this is a move that Ryan Cohen did back with whales and lawyers. Hard to see a lot of this. I also have the unofficial 13F second quarter report. I'll post it in the Discord, and I'll be forewarned, it's 629 pages. I've not had a chance to dig in yet. The Ethereum exchange shows the proof of dates, and it's still looking like it's this week. I'm jacked to the T's. Perfect. That's what I like to hear. Let's see. So AMC is actually on a little bit of a tear right now, jumping up to being down. What are these cats doing? Stop fighting each other. Jumping up to a point to where they're still down 2.77%, but it's better than down 3.33%, right? So we're sitting in a decent spot for AMC right now. Let's see if we can find any other things on this list. I guess on the most popular list here that is increasing. We still have CARV that's making decent moves up to $34, decreased down to about right now $29.73. Still up 12%, 12.19%. This after hours market. How many of us have barely slept this weekend knowing this? I mean, I think I got some decent sleep just because I kind of had to. Erica worked this weekend, so I was up with the kids, but the kids don't wake up until like 8:30. So the rejects AZF Twitch. Good morning, my friend. Good morning to you too. Be optimistic. We're going to 100 per share on AMC. A man can dream. I mean, it's today, you're saying? I would love to break 60 today. That's going to be a tough road. Hey, do you like GME stock? Yes, I hold 20 shares of GME. And is it 20? I think I hold 20. I know a lot of things are down. Yeah, 20 shares of GME at 230, 220. Sorry, average price is 220. Dogecoin is down quite a bit. Ethereum for me is down quite a bit, but I don't really have much there anyways. I do have some free stocks. I'm gonna wait until 9. I think I'm gonna get more free stocks. I wanted to see if I have any cash available. I have $262 available in here. A lot of things are down. So Medica's down, SOS is down. We're waiting for those to pull back. Who's buying at the open for the discount sale going on? I don't have any money to buy at the, well, I do have money, but I don't have any money in Webull to buy at the open. It would take like 5 days for it to get put into Webull anyways. Would you buy it now or should I wait? I mean, you could buy in at any point. I mean, if you're looking for a short-term trade, which you shouldn't really be doing that with AMC, then yes, I mean, you can buy in at any point and see some sort of an increase. Or sorry, then no, you would look at it and try and find the lowest point in order to buy in. But at this point, if you're looking to hold with the squeeze, it doesn't really matter what price you buy in at. You know, it's $1, maybe $2, maybe $5, but that's going to be small, like, you know, pennies compared to the amount that you would make with the ultimate like squeeze. So it doesn't really matter what price you buy in at. Not really. Does it usually matter what price you buy in at with a normal trade? Yes. But with this one, no. And this is merely my opinion, so hopefully you can take that for what it's worth. There we go. The heater on my feet are freezing over here. Actually, it just gets so cold down in this basement, it's ridiculous. Yes, GME and AMC. Yep, I'm right there with you. So there's TIRX, that's up 3%. GLSI is up 7%. You can see Donut, that's up about 1% here. Did get to $20. That's good. Bed Bath & Beyond is up 4%. Coin is up 0.4%. I'm glad to see that Coin came back from being down to $200 to coming back to $250 is amazing. So that's great to see. So Medica is up 0.19%, not really up a lot. We understand what's going on with Zomedica. There's a lot of shorting that's going on with them. And as we see, there's every day you see the short percentage that is increasing, from what I understand. Yeah, it's increasing from like that 7% mark up to 8%. We understand that there's 78 million shares that are shorted. With ZOM, a lot of people don't believe that it's going to go up higher, so they're shorting the position. You have retail traders that are shorting it. You have hedge funds that are shorting it. You have institutions. You have a lot of different, all sides of the board are really shorting the position. Sorry, just daydreaming a little bit. Don't want to break it. Oh, there we go. Um, what up, Ape? Straight strong. I wear my diamond hands AMC shirt while in Greece. Thank you for continuously doing what you're doing, Matt. Yeah, no problem. I mean, I like being a part of this community and not even like being a leader, by any means. That's not what I'm looking to do. Is literally just to create a community, whether it's a small community or a big community. I'm here to just create that where we can chat about what's going on, because the problem that we tend to face is not about getting insight from somebody that's an expert, that's somebody that has trading experience, somebody that's been that has trading success. It's about understanding what the community is doing, any moves that they do have in place, um, and then being able to act on those moves. And it's not just about AMC right now. It is because that's what we're really focused on. But when it comes to creating this community, now you can look at it in the future and say, if I'm feeling horrible about a position, I can bring it up in the community, and then they can, basically, talk to me about what they see in the position, and if it is a great position based on the DD that I've done and any DD that somebody else has done. So that's really what I wanted to create. Whether it comes from me or it comes from somebody else in the group, the community on YouTube, the community in the Discord group, the community on Patreon. It's just creating some sort of, you know, family here, I guess, for lack of a better term there. One a.m. boost is coming soon. I think it's your 7 a.m., right? Yes. 7 a.m. just a little bit. We typically see a little bit more, I think, at like 8. But yeah, 7 a.m. is definitely a boost. Any clue why the stock market isn't like crypto, where you can buy fractions of stock? When did that bring so much more money into the market? So you can buy fractional shares. There is instances to where you could buy fractional shares. You just have to apply for it on certain platforms. Um, I I like that, but I also don't like it at the same time. I mean, you start treating things like they're mutual funds when you're doing like standard trades or swing trades or day trades. It's it's tough. You could still buy by the dollar. Like if I wanted to buy, um, $10 worth of something, I can definitely do that. I would just like if the stock market was like crypto, to where you can trade 24/7, because I do not like the fact that you're only really limited to the like 9 to 5 hours. You should be able to trade anytime you want to. Would you do our call option on AMC for it to hit over 53? I wouldn't to like today, or this week. I mean, depends what the date is. This week I would say no. I would probably go for something that's a lot closer to the price, a lot something that you can gain a little bit from, and also not have a crazy break even, because the break even on that, depending what it actually is, it'd be like $56 or so when it does get to expiration. And see. I don't know why most of my prices come up very close to. Okay, so if you're looking for something today, you're basically buying something for 53. The break even would be 54 if you're looking at that. So I mean, yeah, I mean it depends. I do think it's going to go above 53. And again, I'm just learning about options, so You do have a lot of, I'm wondering what that is. I think that's the amount of volume that we are seeing. See, I still need to learn more about options because I don't even know what this is. Like, is this the amount of options that are actually open there? So like 13,000 at 40? That's still questionable. So I'm not, I need to learn a little bit more about options. Just a little bit more. I already know like some of the basics, but I need this full breakdown of what Weeble is showing here. And maybe to explain this. And once I do understand this 100%, I can break it down in a little bit of a video from whatever I learned, you know? But yeah, I mean, if your break even is only going to be about 54 for having a $53 option, that's not bad. But I just don't know. I do believe it's going to get to 53, and that's where I'm looking to make some moves so that um, I can put more money maybe into AMC or put more money elsewhere or whatever. You know, what's going on with MRIN? What is going on with MRIN? I haven't looked at it today. It's down 2% today. Um, it's not down a crazy amount. Let's look at the short interest numbers. You can see MRIN is still has a short interest of free float of 121%. I believe that was up to 190%. So they have covered a decent amount of shares from what I'm understanding. They have 12 million shares that are shorted, which is 121% of the free float. Um, so it's still sitting in a spot to where it can increase if they start to cover. But it looks like maybe they started to reshort because I remember this it might have came down to about 90. I'm not 100% sure because I haven't looked at it for multiple days. But yeah, I mean, it still has some fight in it. It still has some points to where you can make some money. It's just whether we'll see that increase from where it's at or we'll see something of, it decreasing a little bit more. Because the last couple of days, we've seen it go up to $28 and then start to, fall down. Now it's consolidating. Is this something that's going to continue to drop? It does have double touch points up here at the $21 level. So it's tough to say. It still has a massive amount of shorts there. So it's very tough to say. What's the grin for? Them cats tickling your wolf again? What the hell are you talking about? What grin? Your mic sounds weird since you turned your heater on. Anyone else notice? My mic sounds weird. It might be the fact that, like, I think this mic is just horrendous. It's not really working right. I mean, if anything, I can lose a few bucks if it gets closer to 53. Yeah, I just mean when it comes to looking at some of these like strike prices, I mean, I always go for a strike price that's a little bit closer to the vest, and the thing is that you still do have that break even when it gets to expiration of like 53, no matter what, but you have more of a chance to make money on the days prior, because like for me, I needed to get to, I think um, my break even at expiration is 53. But if something happens today and I see and I see this make a move, and it could be something where I make a little bit of money, I stand to make a little bit of money from it. Don't say that, MRIN. Better go back up. I think it's too late to buy Virgin Galactic. I don't know. I would say it's getting there. I'm thinking that now it really depends what can happen above it, because the problem is that I see multiple touch points up here at 59, right? I see levels at 61, and right now it's at 52. So yes, you can gain a decent amount from it if you wanted to gain a couple, a couple dollars from it per, 20 shares or 100 shares or whatever. Yeah, you could see that increase, but I would say ultimately, if you're looking at it being too late from 40 to where it eventually got to, 41 to where it got to at 50, or I guess at, um, 59, them resisting from 59 down to these levels. Do I believe that it's too late? I don't believe it's too late for an increase, but I don't know. You might see something on the way down after hitting those highs and dropping all the way back down. I'm thinking you might see it, pull back a little bit, but then again, you have some positive news, a catalyst, right? So it could make another move somewhere to actually increase above that, but you have to see how this is going to go. Because right now it looks like it resisted twice up at 59. So typically when you see double touch points, you're going to see a lot of a pullback, a bit of a pullback, and decrease down to about 45, 40. That's typically what I would see with any double touch points. Sometimes you'll see a triple top, but when you see a double top or a double bottom, usually that means going in the opposite direction. Usually. I looked at one last night. Equals AMC would be a green day. This is the finals, right? Or is this like because I am truly lost as to anything that's happening in sports. So yeah, it's the NBA finals, the Suns versus the Bucks. Suns are up 2-1. Tell you what, I don't know why, but it seems like it's not the worst teams, but it seems like it's definitely weird. You're seeing different teams, a team that doesn't have LeBron on it or Steph in the finals. It's a little weird. Ugh. All right. So currently let's look at what AMC is doing. We also want to look at some crypto. We are down 3.46% this morning. After seeing that 701 increase, it did fall back down. So 7 o'clock, 701, you see an increase to about 45, decrease to about 44. I guess 40 here, right here, 44.30, and then seeing that increase to about 44.63 right now. Fear the deer. I don't know what that means. Hoodie and the You Blow My Fish. Thanks. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for the super chat. I mean, aren't they like bucks? Aren't they different? I don't know. I'm not an animal specialist. I guess it's a type of deer or something. I don't know. How embarrassing for you. Not embarrassing at all. I don't think I get embarrassed that much. I really don't think, but I might. Actually, come to think about it, you always get those times to where just out of the blue, you'll think about something that you did on a random day or a random Tuesday. Like the one time that I said, yeah, you know what? I do get kind of embarrassed where someone will say, like, enjoy your round of golf, and I'll say you too, even though they're like working at a concession stand, or they'll say enjoy the movie, and I'll say you too, expecting them to say, like, you know, have a good day or something. That's where I'll get kind of embarrassed. But other than that, no. I've totally done that. I know it sucks, but our patience will pay off. Absolutely. I agree with you. All right, we got four viewers in here. We got 444 viewers in here, 237 likes. So if someone hit the like button, it would be great. Not with the golf, but the other stuff. Yeah, I know what you mean. MRIN is green now. That's good. Uh, Matt, check B&B's price since April. Like I have B&B, just because I'm getting free B&B from my Tiki token. Um, so I have about $17 worth, which is not a lot, but actually let me just put Coinbase. Let me see. Come on. Why sign me out? Why? No, I don't know my password. Give me a second. I gotta check what this code is. What? I'll do it later. What the hell? I don't want to go through all this stuff. Apparently I have an automatic buy of Ethereum Classic, so I bought $50 worth of Ethereum Classic. But let's see. Let's see B&B. What's going on here? Since April. So we got it a year ago. Since April, it's decreased. So from $500 down to $300. You've seen it drop down to 262. What does that mean? I saw Black Widow with my son in the AMC theater yesterday. Got my free shareholder popcorn. So the funny thing is, I didn't get mine. I just bought some. I'm telling you, B&B is going to get real expensive. What are your thoughts on Shiba Inu? I own 150 million. It's tough for me with Shiba because Shiba can only get to a certain amount with 394 trillion. I think it's trillion, yeah. 394 trillion coins. It definitely gives it a difficult road to getting to a penny, or you know, even a fraction of a penny, right? And I think it's still at high numbers. I own, I think it's 4 million or 5 million or something. I own a couple million Shiba Inu coin. I haven't checked what the actual balance is of it, like what the cash balance is of it, but I don't really have a strong feeling on it getting to like $1 or $30 or something like that. Um, I just see it, I guess, as a little bit of a cash grab. If you put $10,000 in at a certain price, you can see that move and, you know, sell some of the position. But that's pretty much it. ICP is still cheap. Yes, it is. We need some momentum this week. Oh, was there a story about Binance being compromised? We need some momentum this week. If you had $300 extra to play, would you buy options on AMC for 151, or would you drop that $300 in Virgin Galactic? Thank you for your opinion. Would you drop it on AMC for $151? Like you're saying, an AMC option for what strike price? It depends what the strike price is. Or you're saying drop it on an option for it to get to $151. I mean, if for something that's safer, I'd probably go with the second option, but I'm not sure of all the details of the first option. Every 3 months, Binance burns their token forever. Check the link I posted in the Discord crypto. I will have to. Okay. All right. I have a separate window for it, so I will have to look at it, and I will make sure that I will look at it this time. I mean, I know as soon as I get off the live, I'm into like month-end close stuff, so it's very tough for me to do it, but I will make sure I put in the time to just quickly look at that and get an understanding to it. ICP is very cheap. Yes, it is. You'll check out KNC. So circulating supply is 205 million, and this is brand new. How new is it? December 2017. So it looks like it doesn't. It's 52 most popular on Coinbase, so people do buy up the position at 205 million supply. The supply is definitely low. I do like to see a little bit more popularity with a position like that, but it does have some room to grow. You know, room to double, triple, quadruple your investment there. So at these lower levels of 150, that's not a bad option. It looks like I can't buy it on Coinbase though. So Ethereum token used for paying fees on a protocol aims to swapping digital assets and cryptocurrency for simple and efficient. Yeah, I mean that's the standard story of any cryptocurrency. So $1 is not $1.50 is not really a bad play to get into. I just wish I could buy it on Coinbase. So it's not something I would be getting into, but it does look like a good play. This is crazy. AMC update is from 2020. So we're now down 5% on AMC. Now down to $43.88. Daisy, what are you doing? Stop it. Call for it to get to 53. Literally, there's a chart. My Tesla safe is growing beautifully. Closed at the $1,500 since last week. That's awesome. Yeah, I seen your chart a while ago that Tesla safe was making a move up. I heard CBD of Denver Inc. is a hella good buy. Like, is it a crypto or is it cryptocurrency? No, it's not. I don't know if this is the position you're talking about. So AMC is definitely fluctuating, I'll tell you that. You have these large green candlesticks, red movement downhill down to $43.80. Getting to lows of $5 or 5% down. It's crazy. Thanks for taking the time to look at that. No problem. Just thought I should share this, but just got back from Mexico, been over there for 1 month. They have this new water, which sells like crazy. Real quick, you guys should check it out. It's under water. So this position is actually down 1.29%, which is not bad. It was up 11%, 11.51% on Friday, which is, like I said, not bad. The volume is 115 shares. That's it. What's the total free float? Total shares outstanding 89 million. So seeing only 115 million worth of or 115 shares worth of volume is not really the best look on it. So what are your thoughts on GSAT? It was up 8% a day prior. Let's look at some movement. I guess you're probably looking for more of a swing trade. The movement that it's making, it looks like it's kind of, increasing. You're seeing a massive drop off after those increases, and then it levels out to where you are seeing a little bit more of an increase. So let me look at year to date here. I mean, it looks like it's on an upward trajectory after dropping down so much, getting to a dip, and then seeing it stair step on the way up, creating a higher high, higher lows, retesting some of these areas, actually breaking past some of these areas. Looks like it might have had sort of a double like resistance at this point, double top at like $2. So that might be a point to where it is going to resist from. Um, or that might be just a coincidence to where it is going to, dip down a little bit before it starts to really increase, because you are seeing this stair step on the way up. So, um, if I had to give my opinion, I would basically say that this is probably going to make a move back down before it does end up increasing again, just based off of the chart, based off of the fluctuation and movement of the chart. Not really basing it off of any type of news or catalyst there, but that's what I'm seeing at that point. AMC currently down 4.2%. CVDD, it's on Fidelity. So currently we're seeing it at 1 cent. That we're looking at. And we can't see this one here. CVDD. You can see it on Fidelity, or you can see it on Webull. So it's currently at 1 cent, seeing that sort of an increase. It is on the way down from being at 3 cents. I don't really know what made it move up to these levels, but you did see a massive jump to about 3 cents, and then dip down to about 1 cent again, and then increase to about 3 cents. So not really showing a lot of history, a lot of movement. So I don't know what to think of that. We have 502 people in the live stream today. Guys, hit the like button if you can. It does help out the channel. It does grow the channel quite a bit. Get the amount of people in here and, talk on the live stream. Yeah, I would love to get a different mic. I think I am going to get a different microphone because I'm kind of tired of this. I would love to have one just overhead, hooked up to the soundboard there, and then we'd be good. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. Got me up to 304 likes. I'm going to play one ad here. But yeah, I'll have to look into it because I think I have some free money. I might. Or maybe not, because I do have my mortgage payment coming up soon. Thank you guys for watching on Twitch. Anybody that watches on Twitch is watching on MP Shorts channel, whatever channel you're watching on, I appreciate it. AMC to 200 this week. I mean, that would be phenomenal, but I don't believe that will happen right now. If we do see a break, then yes. If we see this suddenly skyrocket, then yeah, that could definitely happen. But I like to be a little bit more realistic. Probably say, hey, AMC to 100. I would be optimistic saying that. Me, or is Ford stock cheap? I'm not sure I should get into Ford. I don't know. I think I have Ford in one of my brother's long-term account. I don't know. It looks, I guess, cheaper than what we've seen it get to, but it's still up there when you look at the trend over the last over the last year. My voice almost went out there. When you look at the trend over the last year, it's up from $3.96 all the way up to $16. And AMC gets 200 this week. So I'd make $500,000 on my options. I like being delusional. Sometimes, saying things like that can make people think, hey, you know what? It makes sense to buy this $151 strike price for this week. So that's what I'm saying. I'm buying options today. Realistically, it took from the end of January until June 2nd to run up. Yeah, it can happen at any moment. I mean, that obviously was a little bit different because we had the restricted trading, we had shorting, we had all that stuff that was still going on, and then now we're getting to a point to where um, they're at kind of their end game, I guess. We're getting closer and closer. It's been a month and a half since we ran up. I'd already know this, and we just hold and be patient. Absolutely, absolutely.